did they know our names?
Not surprised the androids know about Goku. He's the one who took down the Red Army, after all.
That's far enough, Goku. We will fight right here. You have lost your right to choose.
How?
Very well, Goku. I have been observing during the World Tournament. I continued my research so that I could
Revenge against me, huh?
Yes. Because of you, only Dr. Gero remains.
You're talking almost as if you're...
Don't be ridiculous. I am a creation of his. Dr. Gero is...
All right, then.
There was no need to waste the time.
You're in for some real trouble because...
What?
Whether you know it or not, you just...
I see. Android 19.
Oh, yeah?
Game crashed. Nice. Nice. Dude, nice. Insta crash. As soon as I get into gameplay. Nice. It's gonna take like 2 minutes to get back there.
Might cause some trouble later. Best to deal with this now.
That's far enough. We will...
How?
Very good. I so yes. Only don't be doctor.
All right,
There was
you're in.
what?
Whether you...
Well then, what do you say? Let's see what he's got, huh? Rock, paper, scissors! Here goes! Like this! Rock, paper, scissors! Finish this one. Yes! Getting real. Like this!
Why would Goku be trying to rush the fight? He's already nearing his full power. He's in a lot of pain by the looks of him.
He absorbed the attack?
Goku! Don't fire any energy attacks! They can absorb them with their hands!
Absorb the attacks. Give me a break.
What's going on? Goku doesn't look so good.
Wait. It can't be. It's the heart virus the kid from the future mentioned.
What? You mean he hasn't taken the medicine yet?
I don't believe it. He seemed perfectly fine when he was training alongside me and Gohan. Damn. Of all the times for Goku to get sick, why did it have to be now?
Man, I'm not doing so hot. What's going on?
anyone's going to defeat Kakarot, it's going to be me, not some junk puppets like you. Vegeta!
I felt an incredible energy over there earlier, but it's pretty weak now. Maybe the fight's over.
Gohan!
Krillin! Yamcha! What's going on?
One of the androids did me in, but Krillin here saved me with the sensu bean.
I've got more sensu beans here. We need to meet up with the others and fast. Over there!
Dad?
Goku!
The heart virus that the kid from the future mentioned. That's likely what he's struggling with.
No!
Somebody needs to get him out of here. Give him that heart medicine
let's
right away.
Let's just stare at him some more. Oh, he's
I'll
in
take
pain.
him. I hate to admit it, but I'm probably not going to be much help here anymore. Looks like you've got to deal with me now.
Android 20, please allow me to exterminate Vegeta!
Very well. Then I will take care of the remaining 4.
You two don't look as tough as everyone had said you would be.
We already know the full extent of your fighting prowess.
Oh, you need more than calculations to understand us Saiyans. So tell me, are androids capable of experiencing fear?
Vegeta's a Super Saiyan?
I've yearned for nothing more than greater power and trained the hardest I've ever trained. Eventually, I came to realize the limitations of my power. Overwhelmed with anger and frustration, I finally awakened and became a Super Saiyan!
That might be impressive to some. A paltry power increase does not make you a match for us androids.
That cocky sneer will soon be turned into sheer terror. Now that I've become a Super Saiyan. You're nothing. Don't feel pain, right? That must be nice. My face! Are capable of fear after all. Take this! Have a taste of Super Vegeta's Big Bang Attack! I've used up a lot of my power.
Your power may have exceeded my initial calculus.
You're not going anywhere.
I'm going too. I want to see the...
Yeah, count me in too.
Me too.
Fine. But don't get pulled into the... He's trying to lose us among the rocks.
Amplify. Android.
Hey, what's up, man? Hello. Don't expect a long stream. I woke up early, and I really have to... I have to take this psychiatrist appointment. So I'm like, yeah. The only way I'm gonna stay up is to stream. If I lay down, I'm done.
There's a whole lot of crap.
Just gonna play some games for a little bit. No, I'll probably do a longer stream later.
I'd better go ask them.
I'm like, yeah, I kind of feel like laying down. I'm like, no, I gotta meet that. I gotta do this appointment.
Since we can't sense his
Be
energy,
responsible
this'll be
adults.
tricky.
So I can sleep after.
Etienne, got
No, I still haven't caught sight of him.
no sign of him having left this rocky area. Have you seen him, Krillin?
Nope. He's pretty well hidden in these rocks.
Looks like someone wants to die. Gohan.
No, he's not.
Looks like someone wants to die. Vegeta.
He's faster than I thought.
Damn him! Damn. I hate to say it, but we might...
No calling your comrades now. Your energy will be all mine.
Go on! Androids, get over here!
Mr. Piccolo! Over there!
You're as good as dead. How did they find me?
Thanks, Gohan.
Krillin, give Piccolo a Senzu Bean!
Why does he need a Senzu Bean? He just got restrained a little bit. What? Just hand those out for any minor inconvenience. He didn't get hurt. Like, all he did was restrain him. It's like, catch your breath and you're good, man. Like,
And what does a weakling like you hold to an
some random. It's like when they give you painkillers for like mild inconvenience. Alright. Piccolo sucks because he doesn't have any melee moves. How am I gonna do this?
Your energy is mine.
I don't want to play as him. Give me somebody else.
Yeah.
I only have one melee move.
I will eliminate. I will eliminate. eliminate you. Damn it! I will eliminate you. You made a terrible error in trying to fight me alone. I will eliminate you.
Nice, just keep spamming. The worst melee character. Come on, please don't heal.
Just as I calculated.
Sucks.
I will eliminate you. No, I will not be done in by the likes of Piccolo. Like you hope to accomplish. Your energy.
Come on, man! This boss is so annoying. Just die. Fucking spamming that shit. Stop doing it. Made me the worst character. Come on, man! God, this boss is so irritating. Just die, man. Just keep spamming that non-stop. Shut up. Should have given him melee moves. No, this guy is going to be so obnoxious to fight. Fuck you.
I will eliminate you. This is inconceivable.
That's why you only play this game with the
What does
mod.
a weakling like you hope to accomplish?
Oh, come on. How long does it take you to do that?
Special beam cannon! Damn it, your energy.
Oh my god. How many times can he do this? He can't even mash out of it. Please just stop doing that. They think this is okay. Come on, man. It's constant cutscene attacks. Nice. Just do this forever. Piccolo, you suck. No melee moves. Fucking die, man. Killed him like 4 times over. He keeps healing.
What does a weakling like you hope to accomplish? Taking your energy.
Just die, bitch.
I will eliminate you. Damn it! I will eliminate you. This can't be Piccolo's power. I can't move. Damn it! I will eliminate you. Special impact. Terrible error.
Oh, nice.
Tried to fight me alone.
Somehow, while he's in hit stun, he can knock me away.
I will eliminate you. Special beam. Damn it. Special beam cannon. Your energy is
Oh, cool. While in hit stun, he can just spam this fucking annoying heal.
I will eliminate you. be done in by the likes of Piccolo.
Yeah,
Weakling
just keep
like
doing
you
that
hope
heal,
to
that works.
Special beam time! Your energy
Nice.
is mine!
What is this boss? Is this just a way to make you not want to play? How many times can you do that? You can do it in hit stun.
Eliminate!
Cheap shit. Die. Just gonna heal again.
Special beam cannon!
Nice.
This is inconceivable!
What's wrong? Another missed
Time to heal again.
I will eliminate! Your energy is mine!
Just die.
Energy is
Oh my god. How many times can he do this? They don't give me a good character. They give me him. He sucks.
just as I calculated.
Come on, man. Yes, just keep spamming. Never stop. Please just die. It's like the only hard fight has been this. This is because he keeps spamming heals.
Drains you of your energy. You should have nothing left.
Oh, great. Yeah, he's almost dead, so he can just do this again. They don't even let you mash out of it.
I will eliminate. I will eliminate.
Gonna heal again. Fucking annoying fight. You don't know how to actually make it hard, so he just spams heals nonstop. He don't even let you mash out of it.
Wait. These aren't the androids I know. What's going on? If it's not them, who is everyone fighting?
They really need to replace his voice. I'm sorry. He sounds like he's 60. I really do not like his
I
English
refuse
voice.
to believe that even Piccolo could have increased his power this much.
Yeah, that's why you had to heal so
I've
much.
made a grave miscalculation. I have no choice but to return to my lab.
Everybody's here, so it looks like we all avoided getting wiped out. Which must mean we've changed the future.
Hey guys!
Now, none of you have any hope of winning. Androids 17 and 18 will make short work of the lot of you. What? Mother!
Thank you.
Trunks? Trunks? Did he just say Trunks? That's my son's name. Wait, he's from the future. That means...
Are you all right?
Hey, it's you from before. So you came back, huh? Yeah. I thought I would come and offer my support. But who were you fighting?
Where is that wrinkly robot? He used the smoke to make his getaway. Damn it!
Why didn't you try and save your wife and child just now?
Foolishness. I have no interest in things like that.
I saw what looked like a... It looks like the androids you...
Then what the hell are we fighting?
That's not that big of a deal.
Wait, that
Huh?
that might have been the actual Dr. Gero. He probably modified himself.
No way. You mean my coming here years ago?
He mentioned Android 7. Tell us.
Right. Android 7, Android 18 is a young...
A female type?
Bulma, do you know where Dr. Zero's laboratory is?
If I had to guess, it's likely in the mountains up north. I heard that he think he was a lackey for the Red Ribbon Army.
That settles the matter then. We'll find...
I'm above. Let him activate them. I'll turn them.
No! We have to destroy his lab before he activates, and if we can't, then we
We have no need for Kakarot. You're forgetting that I'm a Super Saiyan now, too. And I'm no ordinary Saiyan. I'm the prince, which means don't stand in my way.
Vegeta
may
won
actually
one
have
fight.
what it
He's
takes
gonna
to get
ride
rid
that
of the
emotional
androids.
high
As
for
a
like
Super
2
Saiyan,
years.
It might just work.
I can transform into a Super Saiyan 2. I'm going to. He's...
Guess there's no point in keeping a kid's name as Trunks. Vegeta is his father. You're his mother. He's your son. Trunks is the grown-up version of the baby.
What?
I think it's probably best we destroy the androids before you guys come with me.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, Bulma. This is important.
Well, I would, but how am I...
Gohan, head back and take her with you. Understand?
Okay.
All right, let's go.
Copium.
We have
Right.
Cause that fight was really annoying. I don't know. It
Gotta
might
find
it
that
might be
lab
because of
before
the
the
mod.
androids are activated.
The mod does increase how much they attack. It also gives them extra attack strings as well. So I actually don't know if that was supposed to be that difficult. It's not a hard fight at all. It's just I don't know. I didn't understand like what was making him do that heal. Yeah, he kept doing that like so many times. And Piccolo is kind of gonna suck with this mod on because he doesn't really have a good way to break through the armor. Because they'll just armor through all the key attacks. Alright, well it's gonna force me to play as him, so let's find a training grounds here. There's one right here, cool. You can actually turn off the higher difficulty of the boss fights, but I'm actually enjoying it. It keeps it balanced because you can just kind of lock them down. I actually don't mind it at all. I only need to be 25 for this. Alright. They need to show more gameplay. You need to show more gameplay. They're doing the usual. They want you to pre-order this game for $150, but show no gameplay crap. So I'm not really interested right now. If it has good single-player content like this, I will play it. But the netcode's probably going to be buns. I can't imagine they're going to have good netcode with how much you can fly around and stuff. It's probably gonna be really bad, so... I don't have high hopes. The only thing that would carry that game for me if it had good single-player content like this is it's not going to have crossplay. It's going to have terrible netcode, most likely. I don't think it's really going to have long legs. It's going to get, it's going to be a Discord fighter really quick, 'cause most people will probably be on PS5.
So if Android
Those games are
17
kind of a
and 18
joke
are activated,
competitively
do you think
anyway,
Vegeta
unless this
will
one is
win?
going to
Hard to
magically
say,
be
honestly.
different somehow. I
Just
don't
hope
expect
you
it to
scrap
be
those two before
much of
they're
anything than
activated.
something fun to play casually like this.
If this Dr. Giro built a lab in such a remote location, he must
Even with the mod, this game isn't like super deep,
Wasn't
but
exactly a well-received.
the mod makes it, you know, playable for me. I'm sure there will be people that try to turn it into a metagame competitive game like Xenoverse. Xenoverse has broken builds and horrible netcode, so
This Dr. Giro was working for the Red Ribbon Army? Well,
people don't want to play fighters. They want to play Xenoverse, which is worse. Xenoverse is only good for single player and co-op.
how
It's a
dare
terrible
you?
competitive
I
game.
created you.
You didn't create us. We had lives before you ruined them.
Listen to me. You must eliminate Goku's
There's people that
allies.
take Xenoverse
They're
2
coming.
seriously
That's
for
an
some
order.
reason. I can't fathom why.
You hear that?
If it
It's
had
an
good
order,
netcode,
17.
I could see it, but
We're not gonna follow a single one of your orders.
it doesn't.
We're just gonna take care of ourselves now.
I tried one match of Xenoverse 1, I'm like, okay, I'm never playing this
Another one.
online again.
what in the world is going on in there?
Let's go.
I feel a lot better now.
Hey,
Hey, what's your number?
16.
Android 16, huh?
I've never... So those...
Trunks. Can you...
Yeah, but I've never seen that large one they called 16 before.
What?
At least... So what's going...
Who cares?
Wait, where's Dr. Giro?
Oh, the old man? All right, let's go.
get going?
I'm not crazy about doing what Dr. Giro... So let's go kill this Goku guy. Hey, 16.
Correct.
Well, I guess that settles it then.
Where? Don't tell me they're actually gonna try to find Goku. Well, that's what
I don't
Dr.
know.
Giro wanted, right?
Think
To kill
about Sparking
Goku.
Zeros, they're promising a big roster like the previous Tenkaichi games, which means that most of them will probably be clones. And then it's gonna have bad netcode for sure. I would be shocked if that game has rollback. And even if it does, I'm a PC gamer, so there's gonna be less people playing. And I feel like if I wanted competitive Dragon Ball, rollback on fighters will be alive by that point. Well, if it's got good single player content, I'll probably mess around with it, but I'm not terribly interested. I played the Tenkaichi games when I was a teenager, and even back then, I'm like, I'd rather just play a real fighting game, you know?
I couldn't give a damn about that. How dare they?
Once the novelty of playing a 3D Dragon Ball game wore off,
How
those
dare
games
they
aren't that great. Average at best.
Kill Kakarot. Ha, don't make me laugh. They're going to pay for not recognizing my power.
I don't know, hot take. One of the only reasons anyone cared about Tenkaichi is it was like an actual 3D Dragon Ball game where you could actually fly around. That was like the main appeal. This Dragon Ball was... I don't know, there's been a lot of different Dragon Ball games. I think people don't realize how many there are. How many genres they've done. They've done side-scrolling, you know, platformer beat-em-up like Advanced Adventure. They've done isometric or over-the-top, top-down, you know, RPGs with the Legacy of Goku series, and then the fighting games, of course. There's mostly those. Like, at the time that Tenkaichi came out, there was a lot of novelty to, like, hey, you can actually, like, fly around. There's at least, like, some freedom like this, instead of just, you know, a bunch of fights. You know, this game is not really the best open world. It's like Dynasty Warriors 9 tier. You can move around it quick, which, like, keeps it interesting and tolerable, but it's not. Not like the most interactive thing out there, which is fine. I would rather an open world like this than one that's super realistic. Yeah, the world in this is basically just Dynasty Warriors 9. It's like... It's fun because you can move around quick. But it's obviously not like Rockstar, Ubisoft kind of open world. There's like an overwhelming amount of stuff. Which is fine for me. I get why people complain about it, but I'm like, do you really want to go around and do menial tasks as a Dragon Ball character? I don't. If I want that, you can just go play the 800 Assassin's Creed games or Grand Theft Auto, Red Dead Redemption. No shortage of those games. It's kind of just to the point. There's stuff to do, but you don't have to interact with it much. It's there if you want it. So far, the pacing's been pretty good. I haven't had to do a lot of grinding.
You actually held your own against the mighty Vegeta. I'll scrap those androids before Kakarot can even see them. Well, I didn't... You're going to tell me where you're...
We're off to find Goku.
See, that's what I thought. Because I'm going to...
You Saiyans sure are that pride of yours. It's just gonna get you killed.
You've got quite the mouth on you for a machine. So who's up first? The punk?
Wait, that's right. We still haven't...
Negative. My prime direct.
Wow. What?
Vegeta!
So you...
Vegeta and 18 are about to fight.
What?
Still. Just watching isn't much
Do
fun.
you know what that means?
Be warned. I don't... Since you're
Don't tell me. That wasn't the best you can do, was it?
Of course not.
continue. Does that mean that Goku guy is even stronger than you?
I'm the stronger one.
No matter. Not like you're Let's go! You're down! Let's go! You're done! Looks like you're running out of steam. I guess I better put you out of your misery.
No, you're done.
Shut the hell up!
Maybe I shouldn't admit this. Oh.
Don't worry. They're still alive. So, should we...
But aren't we going to...
Nah.
Ugh.
You think so?
Whatever. My clothes are a mess.
Sure. Why not?
Hey, wait!
It's your
wait.
future wife.
What is it that you guys are
Spoilers.
after? I mean, why are you...
Well, first...
I mean,
Hey, this is all just a game.
you probably won't just stop because...
Negative. You heard the big guy. Yeah. But shouldn't you be helping your...
See ya. Bye.
I gotta help the others.
Dragon Ball peaked at the Frieza saga. It really declined past that point. It's what happens when shonen
They
stuff
knew all
becomes
about the
popular. It
senzu
just
beans
goes
and
on and
let us
on and
go our
on.
way. They didn't even feel the need to kill us.
I feel like the longer it goes on, the more disappointed you get when it doesn't
Just
end the way
leave
you
him
want.
be. He'd
Which is
finally
pretty much
become
what
a
happened with
Super
Bleach.
Saiyan, regain his
That's
pride and
exactly what
confidence
happened
as
with
a
Bleach.
warrior. Getting beaten that badly.
Bleach was
probably too
quite
much for him to
popular.
take.
But then the fact that it just kind of ended overnight really killed its popularity, and then
That's it, isn't it?
the anime going
No
into
matter how strong
Seinfeld
Goku
episodes
gets,
for
there's
like
no way
a
we can
year
win.
didn't help. Dragon Ball is just one of the first
Okay,
anime
here's the
to
plan.
kind of have that
You
decline.
guys go to Goku's house, then move him to a
Kind of
different
keep watching it
location
because
immediately.
it's still interesting to
Before
watch,
we do
but
anything else,
the writing
we need to
just
make
gets
sure
worse
Goku
and worse.
gets better.
So, right.
You can't just end a cash cow, right? You got to keep it going. I mean, they kept making video games for Dragon Ball despite there being absolutely no material for a very long time. Outside of a couple movies, which is not enough to make a video game out of. You get a couple fights out of that for sure, but not enough. Not enough for a full-fledged game. They stretched it out for a real long time. Xenoverse was like the first time that Dragon Ball games felt interesting again, because it wasn't just playing through the story in a fighting game for like the 18th time, and prior to Fighters and Budokai, well, Budokai to a lesser extent, the gameplay was always worse than just playing a real fighting game, and you're just going through the same stuff again. Xenoverse It's kind of like Dynasty Warriors 8, where they introduced the what-if stuff, which I think kept it more interesting. You're still playing the same story for the 1000th time, but at least there were variables. Yeah, they made a ton of Dragon Ball Z games, even though there's no new material.
He went that way. Okay, I think I get
They did the movies and the specials
one
and
final
stuff, but you
trick up
can't
his
really make a
sleeve.
whole game out of a 45-minute movie.
One final trick? What do you mean?
The movies themselves barely have any padding because they need to be over so quick. You can't get a $60 game out of that. You can dump the characters in another game, but
So, you know what's in That's Kami's place. And? What is that? When I was back on planet Namek, he told me that if Kami and Piccolo hadn't separated, they'd be as powerful as a Saiyan. So, I'm betting... But wait, if Kami sees... but if either of them... Piccolo probably feels like this is... But what about my I mean, what about Vegeta? Relax, there's no need to hide it anymore. I mean, Vegeta's the only one who doesn't know. What? I say, no need to apologize.
I'm going to meet up with Chaozu. If things get hairy again, I'll
Gotcha.
you know, Dragon Ball
Goku and take him to
Dragon
Master
Ball
Roshi's
games
place,
and Dynasty
okay?
Warriors actually have a lot in common. Just going through the same thing over and over. I think Dynasty Warriors has more consistent gameplay than these because they made a lot of really shitty fighting games, like Burst Limit and stuff. Those games are terrible. The Tenkaichi games they're fun casually, but mechanically they're just devoid of depth. They made like 3 of those games. They're making a 4th one now. Dynasty Warriors is the same story over and over. It's like, if you want to care about the story, you just play 7 to completion and watch all the cutscenes. There hasn't really been a reason to watch the cutscenes since, and that game was like 13 years ago. At least they have more consistent gameplay.
Okay.
Dragon Ball games
Make
are
sure
all
you
over
tell
the place.
Goku not to overwrite.
There's like a couple that are worth playing. There's some that are like really good, like Advanced Adventure. That game still holds up. It's an incredible game. I feel like a lot of the other ones have been power crept by the new stuff that's come out.
Yeah, of all the times not to overdo it. Now would actually be
Like the fighting games really aren't worth playing anymore because we have fighters now.
that powerful.
And it's got most of the same characters with actual competent gameplay. I feel like most of the single-player games have been power crept by this one. This game's got its faults. It's definitely not as high budget as you'd like, but
Unfortunately,
it is.
I don't really have anything.
It's considerably better what we had before
so
in
I'd
terms
rather
of
not talk about it.
just a straight single-player game that's not trying to appeal to weebs that won't play a real fighting game. They want to be competitive in this. When people are like really hard on this game, I'm like, it's still better than anything we've had. Actually, like, get a world to explore around and you get to watch the game in 3D.
What?
Yeah.
No way. Yeah. Yeah.
See ya.
What?
Yeah, I was just wondering, these, androids, are they really as evil as you say that they are? They're heartless, bloodthirsty, unforgiving killing machines. At least in my time. Why do you ask?
I could say the same about Star Wars games as well. Star Wars video games and Dynasty Warriors and Dragon Ball have the exact same thing in common. Just going through the same events over and over and over and over. But then, like, some of the games do it better than others, so it kind of power creeps the old ones, unless you have some kind of nostalgic attachment to them. You know, you grew up with them or something. It's kind of weird that they don't have, like, a realistic-looking Star Wars game like Xenoverse. The closest you can get is the Lego Star Wars games.
Yeah, I was just hoping they might not be in our time, that's all. When it comes to these androids, I'd avoid holding on to too much hope if I were you.
Well, yeah, you're right. But, you can't blame a guy for hoping, huh?
Yup! Ah!
I definitely do think they could have fleshed things out more in this game if they hadn't tried to do everything in one installment. If they had done it like Dynasty Warriors. Kind of commend trying to do it in one installment. Actually, I think the transition from Dynasty Warriors 8 to 9 is pretty funny because 8 was like actually doing different stuff with it instead of just doing what these games do and retell the whole story again. But then in 9 they just went back to doing exactly that. I'm like, the presentation is worse, there's less cutscenes, and it's the same story, and then they don't even have the old English voice actors. It's a straight downgrade. The character models are better, yes, but the story is told in such a worse way. I totally skipped every cutscene in that game. Probably never gonna tell that story as good as they did in 7. I think they just gave up. I feel like they're gonna be hard pressed to top this game either. As much as people complain about this game because it doesn't have a $800 million budget, it's pretty solid. It does what it set out to do. It's not going to win any awards for like best action game or anything, but I think people forget that they would have gone crazy for having this as a kid. I can vouch. This is the game that everybody wanted, but now they just have impossibly high standards. I'm like, man, this is what we wanted as a kid. We were sick of the jank fighting games. We were tired of the jank fighting games. That's why Fighters was so immensely popular and still is to a degree, because it's like an actual competent fighting game instead of a jank one, and the only merit of it is that it's got the Dragon Ball license.
Huh?
What's up, Alvy?
Right.
What? Thanks.
No.
Hey.
Right.
Oh, right.
Oh yeah, Alvi, I don't know if you're here.
Hey.
The reason you're a mod is because, Buddy, the cat that was on my lap, he deleted your comments. What was it, like 2 days ago? He put his paw on my phone, which is what I use for chat when I'm streaming off the Steam Deck. He put his paw on the phone and he deleted your comment, so had to make sure. And you're in here pretty much every stream anyway, so that's why you got promoted. Yeah, he deleted your comment 2 days ago. I didn't want you to think you did something wrong. It was the cat. Yeah. He knows that I'm looking at the phone. I'm looking at the chat, so he puts his paw on it.
Thank you very much.
So enjoy your mod ship. You got promoted.
Right. I need to do my best too.
Oh yeah, this game is much better than Asura's Wrath. Asura's Wrath is like barely a game. I mean, it's like an interactive medium, but it's barely a video game. I watched people play that when it came out. And like the concept of this is cool, but it's barely a video game. Mostly a bunch of QTEs and really sick-looking cutscenes. But like, I feel like games like that, you can get a pretty good experience just watching somebody play it. Gameplay in this is engaging enough that it's not like the best battle system ever. It's not like, you know, doesn't have the depth of like a Tales game or something, but it's enough. I don't know what people were expecting with this. They're not going to put that much money into a Dragon Ball game. It's just not going to happen. You're not going to get like a Rockstar budget and dev cycle for a Dragon Ball game. The fact that this game is as playable as it is a miracle, honestly. There's been... Most Dragon Ball games are terrible. Most of them are. So also there's like a best version of the kind of game that they make anyway.
I heard someone. Krillin, is that you?
Why would you play like Burst Limit when you can play fighters?
Trunks?
There's no reason.
Let me introduce Goku's
Hyper
wife.
Dimension,
This is Chi-Chi.
the Super Butoden games, like why would you play those when there's fighters? There's no reason to anymore.
Hey, Chi-Chi. Please.
They've been completely power crept, unless you like grew up with them.
Krillin, you're all right.
I don't see why you would play that over fighters.
You guys.
Oh, Yamcha. How's Goku?
He's fine. He took his medicine. So you're the guy from the future, huh?
No. Sorry, but we'll fill you in later. First, we need to move Goku to Master Roshi's place, and fast!
What's going on?
Two.
Oh no, that's not. All right, it's all packed up.
Now we just wait for Gohan.
There he is.
We'll tell you on the way.
Come on, tell us.
Didn't you hear me before?
Regardless, we should... Hey, 16.
Goku's house is located in the mountain.
So you did know something.
You're just full of surprises.
Affirmative. If we...
I know, right? See? This guy gets it.
You're such a whiner.
You know what?
We're just about at Master Roshi's place. Hey, Krillin.
Yeah?
We should probably let Bulma in on everything that's happening, don't you think?
Yeah, you're right. So, what does that mean I have to call her? Aw, man. You know, your mom isn't exactly easy to talk to sometimes. She's the same in my time, too.
Actually, Asura's Wrath is playable at 60 FPS now on RPCS3. There's a frame rate mod for it. What little gameplay there is, you can play at a better frame rate now.
Huh?
I don't know if people are aware of that, but
Why?
yeah, there's an official frame rate mod for that just in the emulator built in. I still wouldn't bother playing that game though. It was cool to watch it. It's not much of a video game.
That had Capsule Corporation written on the side of it. I got them to send me a photo, which I then tried to match with a database of our products to see who it might belong to. But it didn't match anything I could find. I thought Trunks might know something about it. It's covered in moss and it looks really old. Would you mind taking
Actually, Asura's Wrath didn't even have the ending in the base game. The ending was DLC. Which is just like the biggest catfish. They didn't even put the ending in the game. You had to pay for it. It's like barely a game, and then you had to pay for it and wait for the actual ending. They couldn't put it in the base game somehow. They couldn't make a couple more cutscenes and QTEs.
Do you know the exact location of the time machine?
Like, nah, you gotta wait.
Not the exact location, but I do know that it's somewhere out in West District 1050. You headed there?
Yes. I'd like to see it for myself.
Then I'm coming too. We can meet up near the machine's location.
I'd like to help you look for it too. Is that okay?
Of course. Thank you.
Gohan.
Don't worry, Mom. We're not going anywhere dangerous. We'll be safe. Trunks?
Yeah?
I was wondering, is the future really all that bad?
It is. Humanity has been reduced to only tens of thousands of people.
I'd say the biggest problem with this game is not the lower budget than what people expected, or the open world. It's the boss fights. Just fighting anything in this game without the mod is really unfun because they're just in hyper armor all the time. And it's worse than, say, something like Tales of Arise, because there actually are hit states in this game. Arise has barely any, so despite the fact that the armor really sucks in that game, as we all know, it functions better than this, especially because they give you Alphen's Boost Strike, which is a guaranteed knockdown. I think it's probably the worst thing about this game, honestly, is if you don't play with this mod, they're just in hyper armor constantly, and it's not even like, you know, giving them a chance to attack so that you can't just mash buttons. It's more that you can't break it, and they do it constantly, and you just get punished. You just get punished by landing a hit because they just go into hyper armor randomly. But the mod pretty much removes that problem. Yeah, Profar, I played this game when it came out.
Thank you very much.
Well, not when it came out, but last year.
I can feel power surging through.
Bought it on sale.
I can't believe I was lucky enough to find
Yeah, the
this.
hyper armor in this game without the mod, the combat mod I'm using is really bad. If you want to have hyper armor in a game, there should be a way to break it so that the hit states on moves like actually work. But this game does not have that. You have moves that like have extensions and stuff, and they go to like, you know, QTE extensions, but then they don't work because they're in armor all the time. It's pretty dumb. The Dragon Ball Advance Adventure is top tier. That's actually still one of the best Dragon Ball games by far. That's like one of the few Dragon Ball games that hasn't been power crept. I was talking about power creep in Dragon Ball games before you came in here. How like most of the Dragon Ball games are like not worth playing now because we have this, Xenoverse, and Fighters. All the fighting games are pretty much hard power crept by this, with the exception of probably Budokai 3, just because that game has nice single player content that Fighters is lacking. Fighters went in a little bit too hard on trying to be competitive. Like as a single player game, it's pretty bad. Budokai is still better than Fighters. If you just want single player content, you don't care about esports or going to tournaments or anything. The game Kakarot is definitely power crept like pretty much all the other single player Dragon Ball games except Advance Adventure. That's the only one. Like the Super Butoden series, Burst Limit, Hyper Dimension, like those just aren't really worth playing anymore. They're straight power crept. Kakarot game is definitely, it's victim of just unrealistic expectations. People were expecting like this AAA masterpiece. They're not going to spend that much money. They're not going to spend that much money on a Dragon Ball game. Like, when they announced it, people were expecting, like, a Grand Theft Auto 5 budget, which is like, it's not going to happen. There's no universe where they're going to drop, like, $200 million on a Dragon Ball game. Most Dragon Ball games are just disposable weeb trash. They're like, if they didn't have the Dragon Ball license, no one would care about them. It's only been, like, the past 8 years or so that's changed. That's changed to a consistent basis, because, like, we got the 2 Xenoverse games. Xenoverse 1 definitely felt like a beta. You could tell, because they only did, like, 1 season pass for that game. But Xenoverse in concept was really cool, just because it changed it from just being like Dynasty Warriors, where they just tell the same story over and over. It changed that part, and I thought that was really awesome. The Xenoverse 2, they really refined it. It actually felt worth watching the cutscenes again, because it wasn't just the same thing over and over. I actually really liked that. But yeah, Dragon Ball games are in a weird spot, because the ones that we've gotten in the past 10 years are like way better than most of the stuff that came before it, to the point where they're not worth playing unless you have like some insane what's it called, nostalgia for them. I played the Butoden games growing up. I played Hyper Dimension because I had an emulator. So, but yeah, I would not go back and play those games again. They suck. They weren't great when they came out, and now you have Fighters and Budokai 3. So if you want fighting game, there's no shortage of them. I think my old roommate had that game. He had the Inuyasha game. He was really big into Inuyasha. Yeah, Profar, I meant to message you. Do you have a good PC? Because you notice it's in 60 FPS, right? What console are you playing it on? So if you have a good PC, you can totally just play this at 60 FPS. The combat's good enough, in my opinion. If you're interested, you can DM me. I can hook you up. Yeah, the Switch version of this is actually the best one. Do you have the 60 FPS mod? You want me to give it to you? I can give you the mod if you want. It's just placing some files in a folder. I can give it to you. I'm pretty sure your computer can handle it. I don't know what computer you got. Yeah. Yeah, I'll give it to you. Here, let me do that right now, actually. Let me do that right now. Give me a sec. Let's hook you up. You deserve it. You deserve it. Give me a sec. I gotta close out of the game first. Let's do it right now, because I'm gonna be in a psychiatrist call in like 15 minutes, so I don't have like that much more time. I don't have that much more time. Let me do it now while you're here. You're in Indonesia, right? What time is it over there? It's 10:32 here in Burgerland. What time is it in Indonesia right now? Is it like really late? That's why I want to do this now while you're still here. Let me find you on Discord. Give me a sec. Let's see. I think you DM'd me a while back and I didn't respond. Let's see here. All right. Okay, I sent it to you. You can actually play above 60 FPS, but I don't know how powerful your computer is. But that basically means you don't need to use Control U to unlock the frame rate. It will just stay at 60. The game works fine at 60 and 120. There's only two problems. I think Kazari, the O's boss with the claws, his hitboxes get messed up. And then there's one jump that they want you to make with Gata Kiriba. That does not work at 60 FPS. I had to put it down to 30. Other than that, the game is completely playable. I played through the whole thing. So, it's a straight upgrade. It's just those two things. There's that one boss, Kazari, with the claws. His hitbox on his claws goes, like, way past his character. And I had to watch somebody play the PS4 version, because I don't know if I streamed that boss fight. But yeah, other than that, it works fine. I can't recommend it enough. That game's got good enough combat that you don't want to play it at 30. I saw that you were playing it. I'm glad you're in here, so I give it to you. So I gotta go soon. I don't have a lot more time, and then I'm gonna combo the psychiatrist appointment into getting something to eat and probably going into food coma. That's the day plan. I'm pretty sure you know how to install it. If you don't, you can message me and I'll help you. Also, do you have the Bat Ride War Genesis 60 FPS mod? Because I can give that to you right now, too, if you want it. Would you like that? Here, I'll just put it in the chat, since it's not actually sharing the ROM. I'm not going to get in trouble for sharing just this in the chat. Here, I'll just put it in the chat. There you go. There you go. I'll send it to you on there too. Regarding the Bat Ride War Genesis mod that I sent you, it's permanent. You have to replace the file. It's permanent, so it even works on Steam Deck. I don't know if you have a Steam Deck, but it's permanent. The only thing that it does is it makes the right analog stick. It makes the right analog stick turn speed slower, but because the game has like Muso and Basara controls, we can just push L1. You can just push L1 and turn around. It's not really an issue. The game actually works past 60 FPS, but the camera speed gets mega slow, and also it sometimes bosses and events don't spawn. So I just distributed the 60 FPS one, but yeah, I just replaced the file. It's permanent. So if you want to make Kamen Rider content, I hooked you up. You got the hookup. Should make your videos look a lot better, just by default. Your videos for Memory of Heroes and Bat Ride War should look like way better now. The game will play better too, of course, but it'll look better. Yeah, no problem. You're welcome. To help out the Muso community. Try to give back to people that have helped me. In community. That's why I've been commissioning the mods and stuff. So the Bat Ride War mod is commissioned by me. I commissioned it. Meaning I paid for it. I paid for it because I wanted it to happen. Cost me like $50.
Yo.
Yeah, branching out is definitely really good. Nothing wrong with branching out. I play whatever I feel like. I don't really care if people don't want to watch it or the algorithm doesn't like it. Especially with being a Muso content creator is hard because there's nothing really going on right now, right? The most exciting thing that's happened has been existing stuff, like the mod I just gave you on Discord. Having that game at 60 FPS is awesome, and then like the Basara 4 English patch, and then the Pirate Warriors 4 DLC that comes out next week. That's it. There's nothing else. So it's like, if you only do Muso stuff, you're probably really grasping at straws for content right now. Could make a video about Dynasty Warriors 10, but it's like there's no gameplay. There's nothing that we really know about it other than that they've been working on it for a long time and they have like a really big team on it. But I don't even think you can make a clickbait video out of that. There's nothing. None of the Muso creators really do clickbait, which is a good thing. But yeah, there's not really a lot to talk about right now, so it's good to branch out. And honestly, I'll say this right now, the stuff that I did for the Kamen Rider games has done way better than a lot of the other stuff I've done, mostly just because barely anyone's playing those games. The stuff I did for SD Shin Kamen Rider Rumble did like extremely well. And like the game only cost me like $40, so I got some new subs. The views were pretty good. For a niche game like that, they were pretty good. For like just raw gameplay. Yeah, it's good to branch out. It's good to branch out. Have other stuff to play. It's definitely something that content creators face, is like you get popular for one series and then it goes to shit. And then it's like, well, what do you do now? You know? People tend to watch for only one thing, but if you like, you just got 1,000 subs, right? Didn't you just get 1,000 subs? That's pretty good. That's pretty good for Muso. But yeah, it's very good to diversify really early on. Whether you're trying to make money or just get more views in general, grow your brand, it's definitely really good to branch out so that you have something else to play. Muso content's kind of dead right now, to be honest. The most exciting thing has been that mod that I got commissioned. Because that's like the most exciting thing that's happened with Muso for a while now. That and the Pirate Warriors 4 DLC, but I don't know, people don't really seem to be too hyped about that either. I think it's just because Pirate Warriors 4 was a lot worse than 3 in a lot of ways, so people aren't really wanting to pay like $30 for more characters in a game they finished like 3 years ago. I get that, but yeah, Muso content's been kind of dead for a while. It's mostly just been like the Basara English patch is like the biggest thing that's happened. Not many people care about that frame rate mod I gave you, but there's been a couple people that have been really happy, and I'm glad. I wanted it for myself, but the person that commissioned it, he said, yeah, you can share it because you paid me, so I just shared it with the community, and I don't really care if it grows my channel or not. I'm not really caring about that. What video did you make for Streets of Rage? I haven't seen that one. What'd you make? I'm generally curious. I mean, I've had people say really terrible stuff about me. I got a lot of hate flung at me because I said that Dynasty Warriors 9 had good qualities, and people thought that I was shilling. I'm like, well, I don't get paid to play the games, right? The only money I make at all is, you know, if the video does well. I'm not sponsored. They're not throwing me money to, you know, say that the game is good, and I got so much hate for it, and kind of made me, like, not want to really interact with most of the Muso community in general. I have my people that I talk to that play Muso, but I don't really try to expand more than that because I had some really bad experiences. It's hard waking up and just having people say terrible stuff about you that's not true. Think about content creation. Thing about content creation is, even if you don't have an ego, people create one for you. And I've had that happen to me, like, oh, you're a shill. I'm like, I'm not a shill. I'm very open about what I can't stand about in games. I'm very honest. I don't have an ego. I have a hard time feeling like I'm doing anything worthwhile at all. But people create an ego. They create an ego for you, even if you don't have one. Which I find really weird. It's like parasocial. It's like, you know, I don't agree with this person's opinion, so I'm going to say stuff about them that's not true. It's like, well, how do you know they don't have an ego? How do you know they have an ego? You're making one for them. You can't just assume stuff like that just because you don't agree with their opinion. It gets really tiresome. And I don't really have a thick skin. I've had people say bad stuff about me, and it really hurts me. And as I've worked my ass off doing this for 18 years, I do not deserve that kind of treatment because I'm nice to everybody unless they clap back at me. You know, I don't really yell at anybody. I don't really yell at anybody unless they, you know, do something that deserves it. Like they come in here and say something that's off color. I mean, you're not wrong. What's wrong with that opinion? That's a good opinion. It's the best combat in any Muso game. Yes, I would wholeheartedly agree. That's not a bad opinion. It's not a bad take. People just don't want to give it a chance because it's not made by Koei. And now they have no excuse because it's playable in English. And it even works on the Steam Deck. I made a video about that a couple weeks ago. People will make the weirdest excuses for not wanting to play something. It's like, you can uncap the frame rate. You can translate it into English. You can make it run on a Steam Deck, which is like $300. And then people still won't play it because it doesn't say Dynasty Warriors in the title. It's weird. And then, like, they're also super thirsty for the new Dynasty Warriors game. I'm like, well, why don't you play what's out? Why don't you play what's out? I don't know. It's weird. I feel like there's no excuse for not playing Basara now. There isn't. You don't have to pay for the game. It's in English. It even runs on a Steam Deck. I mean, what excuse is there at that point? The problems have been fixed. You know what you should tell those people? I'm like one of the larger Muso creators, right? I'm one of the larger Muso content creators. And I barely make anything. That's why I have to ask for help all the time. I do not make ends meet doing this at all. At best, I just want to raise money to keep doing it. But I do not rely on this for, you know, actual livable income. And I'm one of the larger content creators for Muso, as far as I can tell. That uploads consistently. I am one of the larger ones, and I make barely anything, so Don't listen to people that are saying that stuff. They don't know what they're talking about. They think that you put up a video that gets a couple thousand views and you're living in a mansion. It's like, that's not how it works. That couldn't be farther from how it works. For most people, it's the opposite. You barely scrape by. I know I've gotten criticism for how much help I need to ask for, but like I'm not a millionaire. I'm not even a thousandaire. I'm barely scraping by. And like I said, people just make up stuff about you. You get some kind of you get noticed at least somewhat. People like to make stuff up about you, and be very hurtful. You can't let that stuff get to you if you want to keep doing this. I'm just going to show you how this works really quick, and then I gotta go. They're going to be calling me soon. You go. Rock solid 60 FPS. You can't let it get to you. You know that you're legit. That's all that matters. Problem is, words do hurt. Especially when people say hateful stuff about you that's not true. Or they try to create an ego for you in their heads that's not true. Anybody that's talked to me will know that I help people. I just sent you a mod, right? I don't care about viewer count. I just want to help people. I don't have an ego. I'm sure some people probably think that I do, but like I don't care. I watch channels that are like way smaller than mine because they make good content. They're not about all the video essays and stuff. They just want to show good gameplay. Like, I'd be like, sometimes people will be like, "Wow, you subscribe to me." I'm like, "Yeah, you make good content. The algorithm may not like what you're making, but you're making good stuff, and I feel that should be rewarded." The stuff that gets numbers on this site is honestly mostly mind-numbing. It's just clout chasing and farmer drama and stuff like that. It gets old. I'm not interested in stuff like that. I just want to see the game, man. Yeah, so does this look nice at 60 FPS? That's such an improvement. The combat in this game is not as good as Basara, but it's close in my opinion. And the main thing that was holding it back was the frame rate. And that's been fixed now, so... Gotta make more videos for this. Anyway, I gotta go. You're supposed to be calling me soon. Actually, let me see. Let me check my text. Maybe I can go a little bit longer. Let me see here. Yeah, it's at 11. I gotta go. I'll see you guys after I'm done. See ya.